Welcome DTCers from all around the globe. This is product review time with your host, Guy. How you doing? Good to see you. Today we are looking at a very hyped DVD called Rizer from Robert Smith and Eric Ross. Oh yes, it's one of those DVDs where they're so cool. Everything's so cool, man. Looking at the... Sometimes I think, is there overacting going on there, or are they always this cool? You know, when you get out of bed at home, say if they're still living at home, when their mum goes, "Come on, Eric, come on, done for tea." "Oh man, I'm going out to tea." "Eric, stop talking like that." Oh, sorry, man. Well, anyway, let's get on. Let's get back onto this routine, because this is the most important thing. This is visually cool. What a great idea. What a great idea. Where did they come up with these things? I never know. It's brilliant. This is a really visual card reveal. Get this. This is the version I like. Deck of cards, two people, both select a card. Start with this person, and you draw, using a Sharpie, a card on your wrist. And you say, "Was this your card?" Screams, hollers, "Yeah man, that's really cool, that's amazing. This poor blight is feeling a bit left out." Don't worry. Just keep thinking of your card. You can either do a little 3D effect to make it look like a deck of cards on there then, or just very slowly, almost as if you're pulling the card down, their card rises, what looks like from the middle of this deck of cards, boom, for the next card. 7 and a half, or whatever it might be. I love doing it with a red card when it comes out this black. Looks so visual, it's so cool. This is going to get screams, hollers. This is a really cool way of doing a card reveal, or two cards. I mean, the first one's, you just draw it on. The second one, boom. And what I like, some of the live performance, you saw the person, yeah, that's good, that one. When you then do this next bit, man, what a kicker ending. Fantastic. Great idea, really visual, looks fab. Okay, here are my thoughts. Let me just sort of zone in on the worker to start off with. If you do this routine, you are going to get fab reactions. I've no doubt of that, no doubt whatsoever. Few considerations to think. If you're a magician that always wears a jacket, and you do a lot of posher gigs, table hopping, that sort of thing, then it's not going to be easy to get into, because you're not doing it down on this part of the wrist here. You're doing it a little bit further up, which if you've got a jacket on, take the jacket off, and a lot of working magicians, the jacket is the key look going on there. You've got to take that off, you roll up your sleeve, and then you do it. That's a lot of effort to get into the routine. I know it sounds stupid, I've got to take off the jacket, roll up the sleeve, but when you're table hopping, bang, bang, banging around like that, it's a consideration to think about, okay? So that's the first point. The second point is, a worker would never do this with a Sharpie pen, because it's going to take blooming ages to get off. And a lot of gigs, I think, especially posh thing, drawing something in your hand, people are going, what's going on there? So, like they say on the DVD, I think it's a lot better to use a dry marker, okay, because it will rub off easier, no problem. Regardless of whether you use a dry marker or a Sharpie, I still think for the worker, when you've got a hectic 2 hours to fill, this is only going to be a once a night routine. I can't see you going off to the toilet, rolling up your sleeve, taking a jack, rubbing it off and getting ready again. There's too much going on. You can't waste that amount of time if you've got a lot of tables to get round. Last consideration for the worker is this. There is a setup involved. And although Robert Smith, you would join him, sort of sat in a cafe, he goes, we've just been hanging here having a coffee, and just to say I've had this setup going for 45 minutes, it's all still ready to go. Fine, but I noticed when I set it up, that if you're moving around a lot, and in a gig your hands are here, there and everywhere, in here, then that setup might need to be touched up a bit and have a little look at before you actually perform it. So, great visual for the worker, considerations to think about if you're going to perform this. You're not going to do this from table to table to table, impossible. Okay, for the hobbyist, on that point, when you haven't got to worry about wearing a jacket or whatever else, and you haven't got time constraints with setting up things, This is easy to do. It's really visual. You can do it surrounded. It's just, you know, boom. You can imagine doing this to your friends down the park or whatever you do down the park. Still hang around in the park, don't we? This is going to get some really. It's a reputation maker, even for the hobbyist. So there are my thoughts. The DVD is put together very well. The explanation is very clear. There is something you need for this, so if you're going to order this, check with Mike first and he'll tell you. Nothing worse than getting all excited. Oh, blimey now, I've got to go and get something else now, order it, I can't do it till the next day. So have a chat with Mike and he'll tell you the extra thing you need. A lot of magicians will have it anyway. So I'm going to give it 4.2 for the worker, because just from the power and the difference of the routine and the reactions you'll get when you do it for that right moment that you can then fit into your routine. For the hobbyist, I'm going to give it more. I'm going to give it 4.5 because you haven't got to worry about you know, time constraints or anything else like I explained. So 4.5 for the hobbyist, 4.2 for the worker. That, my friends, is Rizer. All the best.